Hello and welcome everybody to another Cold Morning Gentleman's Chat. With me, your host, Ryan Stout, with my fellow friends and your fellow friends,
Shepard,
Zaid Masani, and Thompson.
Shepard, I love you.
So we're all here. Brock is, I think, in the bathroom. That's why Zaid is filling in for him. But,
Shepard.
Man, get your act together, Brock.
Oh man, okay.
but
Oh, Brock's back.
oh, hey Brock, where's Zaid? Is he polishing Jesse?
Shep, no, go away. Busy.
So hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to another fantastic week of fantasticalness from Fantasy and Mask of the Phantasm.
This week's episode is brought to you by nudity.
This week's episode is brought to you by nudity because just moments ago, Thompson has proclaimed that he is not wearing any boxers right now. So it either can be brought to you by nudity or by commandos.
Thompson's nudity.
Yeah, Thompson's packaged nudity.
Commando. God, I love that game. Man, if you could do me a favor and find, like, a MIDI version of the Commando theme and put it underlying this little section where I'm talking right now, that'd be awesome.
Wait, are you talking about Commando, the game of the movie Commando?
No, it was an unrelated property. It's just like an isometric, shooter.
Kind of like Ikari Warriors?
I didn't play Ikari Warriors.
Okay, because it might have been like Commando. Anyways, let's go into how is everyone doing? Brock, how are you doing?
I'm good. I have a new job.
You what?
Yeah, I have a new job. Guess what I do? I drive up in a van for kids' birthdays, and I unload all the video games and stand around while they play video games.
Oh man, do you get to play video games with them and then beat them and then you say, get out of here?
Get out of here, kid.
This is a place for winners, not for losers like you. Go back to your family.
Not for 10-year-old crybabies. Go cry on your mama's breast milk.
Cry baby. Baby crier. You cry babies. You actually have babies out of your tear ducts. That would be painful. Anyways, Thompson, how are you?
I'm not doing that well. I wish I had a new job.
Well,
That's your own fault.
I'm slightly less sick than last week, so...
it seems like a lot of people are getting sick. Like, you, and then Andrew, and then just a whole lot of other people. Oh, Andrew update. Andrew, like he said last time, he was looking for a new place to live and stuff like that. And I found out, and I don't know if anyone else found out, he has found a new place, so he is starting a life.
Yeah, he sent me a picture of his new place. There's only one thing in it, and that's the painting that I did of him as a Viking.
Oh man, I hope. Oh, and you know who else has a home then? Gilbert. Has a
Oh
home.
man, Gilbert.
I'm gonna miss those days of Andrew, Gilbert, and I living together. But you know, at least Gilbert has company from Andrew, and Andrew has company from Gilbert. So I miss you,
That's
buddy.
true.
We all do. Well, I miss you more because I'm 5 hours away from everyone else. So, anyways, enough about that. Let's go into the section where we talk about things other than this section, and that is Brock.
The laser front. Pew 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 pew.
Okay, now we're in the laser front.
Formerly known as the cold front.
Formerly known as the cold front. This is almost like Prince, formerly known as the symbol, formerly known as something else. Purple Rain. He was known as the movie Purple Rain. Anyways, so cold front. I mean laser front. My bad. No, we can't sing that because then we might
That's
get...
right, but it's my version. I'm singing it.
Okay, good. Man, I hope people, if
I'm
you're
not
listening
Prince.
to this one, we apologize for our everywhere nature. But go okay, laser front. What's coming out? We are slowly, like we said, we have this mystery project is slowly coming together. We have Brock wrote some scripts, some words down in a form of sentences to form a script. and
a larger paragraph.
which in turn, a number of those paragraphs will make a page. Which will make a script for someone to read with their eyes, to ingest into their brain, and then something happens, something magical, and then it transfers out of their mouth via sound waves. And that's how that's how you make a movie, people. And so we have a little bit more of that. That is coming along. I was just talking to these gentlemen earlier about looking into getting a new camera. So I'm really looking into a DSLR to get a different feel of videography. I really like. I'm not saying that I don't like my camera. I really do. There's just some things that you can do with the DSLR, and there's some things that you can do with the video camera. Each has their strengths, and I would just like to get into that DSLR type of area, and also look at maybe photography as something to come off of that as well. And this DSLR will be used to shoot this mystery project, which we will not. We won't not. Yeah. So
yeah.
Enough about that. What else? Gentleman's chat is always gonna go along. And you know what? And you guys might like this, or you might not. But recently we have just been. Well, this isn't the actual thing that I was going to talk about, but we recently from Blip. They told us that now we can kind of distribute all of our videos via YouTube and Blip, and they talk together and we share the views, I think. I don't know all about it, but it's a good thing. And so we did something good on Blip, and
go us.
Yeah, go us. And
go Cold Morning.
So what I've been doing is I've been going through the back catalog on Blip, and excuse me, I've been going through the back catalog and relinking everything, so I think the views that we get on YouTube will attribute to the revenue and sharing that we'll get on Blip. I'm not sure, I'm not a Blip expert, I'm not a Blipomaniac or anything like that, if that's the term, but I was going through and watching some of our old videos, and then I came across that little gem that we know and love, and that's Ryan's Video Game Corner.
Oh no! Don't do it!
I was looking at it, and I kind of miss it, but then again, I kind of don't. And I think it's something that has to really come on its own, like, just develop on its own, because when we were doing that, we were with Normal Boots, and so when we were in the middle of big productions like LA No Idea and the Portal video, we needed that extra time to work on it. So that's what Ryan's Video Game came out. It was fast, it was quick, and it was funny at first. But I think by doing it a lot, it lost its charm really quickly. So if I do happen to go back to it, and I apologize for those that don't want it, but if I do happen to go back to it, I'm really going to I guess, work on the stupidity and work on the randomness to make it more funny rather than just plain old stupid. So,
oh my.
It's a fine line.
It is a fine line. It's a line that I can't even define. But there's so many, and that's the thing, like with YouTube, there's so many people out there where one person will do like their shtick and get praised for it, and another person does kind of the same shtick, but they get bashed for it. And that's the crazy thing about like presenting something like this. So if you can't force yourself to be an idiot. It's just got to come naturally.
Sometimes it comes naturally.
That's the thing. If you're an actual idiot, people see you as being good at being an idiot, but if you're an intelligent person and try to dumb yourself down, they're like, this guy isn't an idiot, he's not like us, we don't like him.
He's trying to be an idiot.
Let's go ahead and just alienate half the internet right now.
Well, there goes. No. All of our subscribers are very intelligent people, so we're not really losing anyone. But if you are an idiot, we apologize. But
we still love you, idiot.
Yeah, we love you. But yeah, so I thought about that. It's just thoughts. But if you really want something like that, and a lot of people seem to bring that up every time. Like on the Kelly Speckles video, somebody brought up, "I miss Ryan's Video Game Corner," and and on other videos that we made, it says, "I miss Ryan's Video Game Corner," and then I think I comment back saying, "If you really want it," or it's like, "Let us know how much you want it." I think one person responded, or I responded to them. It's like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how badly do you want it? And they said some numbers. I want it numbers, or something like that.
I wanted something out of numbers. It was an old Ryan's Video Game Corner reference.
Yeah, I think it was. I want it as bad as 5 out of some numbers, or something like that. And that's funny, and I'm glad that stuck with someone. But yeah, like I said, it's not for real, but it's out there. It's a possibility, and I can make it out here, and I can make it by myself. So yeah, that was just a spiel that I just did over something that may or may not happen. But yeah, personal projects. So Brock, personal projects, PPs. What's your PP?
Well, my PP is currently coming out rather slowly because I'm taking a lot of classes right now. I'm doing, I'm taking some storyboarding and some digital painting classes online, and so I'm busy working on that. But maybe I'll post some of that, some stuff that's actually good and doesn't look like an assignment. What about you, Thompson? What have you been doing?
How's your PP?
Wait, no. How's your PP?
I don't know. Sort of,
Oh, God.
So, now, onto my projects.
I don't know if I need to bleep that out or not. Go ahead.
Slowly coming along. Every couple days I'll add a little more to my, little book thing, and then that's about it. I'm an advisor on this mystery series that I don't know, other people are writing, and I'm just, I'll read it and be like, yeah, okay, I like that, or I don't like this, and then it's the extent of what I've done so far, so I feel really productive.
Well, that's good. It's like you get the say-so.
Ryan, would you like to add anything about your PP?
Well, my PP, like I said, I might take pictures for my PP. What's so funny?
It's not related to the podcast.
Zaid just did something really funny in the corner. He's being dumb. Just
okay. Yeah. My website. I've been really busy at work, and I think I said earlier, because I'm kind of like doing 2 jobs at once. I've been really busy, and I keep saying that I'm going to update my website, and I think the last thing on there right now is the Loaded Complete about art with Brock and I, and yeah. But I'm gonna try to update it pretty soon. I took some new pictures from my phone, and they're just Instagram pictures, but they're pictures that I really think turned out well, and I might put those up there. I also did a new flyer for this event, and yeah, I'll put that up there, and also researching for that camera, because it's going to be, for me and also for the company, which is Cold Morning, because we are a company, and we're a band of brothers sticking together.
It's a game.
And it's a game.
TV series.
Yeah. And so Website, working, thinking of ideas. That's my PP. So let's go into, that was good, let's go into the middle section where I would like to bring up a topic of Mass Effect. And you're probably like, Ryan...
bud.
You'd probably be like, Ryan, you would bring up a topic about Mass Effect, but we're gonna do it like this. So, this isn't like a debate or anything. This is just the pluses and positives and negatives of the Mass Effect series. I would be on the positive side. Brock has tried Mass Effect. I think you tried Mass Effect 2.
I tried Mass Effect 1 and 2.
And then you played the multiplayer in 3.
Yes.
So,
And I have watched my roommate play 3 as well.
Mm-hmm. So, but
And
Brock is going to be... Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I just do not care for Mass Effect. I just, no.
And that leaves one person left, and that is Thompson. And he is in kind of the middle. And, I mean, Thompson, would you like to explain why?
Completely indifferent. I,
And that's why. No, just keep going.
Well, I never played it, any of them. They look, I guess, kind of fun. Action-y, third-person shooter, but then also it's an RPG, and I've never really been able to sink my teeth into the RPGs. And I know it's an action RPG and it doesn't really count, but I don't know. I'd rather just shoot something than spend time building stats on something so I can shoot something more efficiently.
Well, the one thing that I remember that you did get a glimpse of was the multiplayer. And what were your thoughts on that?
That was super fun. I got to,
You got to level 20?
Yeah, I made a character that would just teleport instantly to someone, which stunned them, and then I would punch them until they die, and then I'd teleport to someone else, and every time I punched someone after teleporting, my shields recharged, so I could just do that indefinitely throughout the entire match.
But, okay, other than that, you're kind of just in the middle, so...
yeah.
Okay.
I will say that I don't hate it because it gave us the Shepard Zaid relationship that we
know
laugh
and love
about constantly. Shepard, I love you, Shepard. Touch Jesse, please.
Anyway,
but it's just I'm bored. Like, I'll play an hour and get really, really bored, and it's only so fun watching a character fall off an edge because you push them so many times.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and bring up some points of what I thought was really good about the game, and then Brock, you can bring up your points of what, well, other than what you just said, but what just really drew you out of it. So,
and then I'll talk.
Then you'll talk about how indifferent you are. Man,
yeah,
I don't know which one I like. So Mass Effect, it I feel is a very good series, and it is a very expansive franchise. Like, not as expansive as Star Wars, and Thompson would be a great source for Star Wars. It is like 1/4 the size of what Star Wars is, or maybe I may even be saying too much. It might be like 1/10 the size, or maybe I would say 1/7 the size of what Star Wars is.
I'll talk about Star Wars. You talk about Mass Effect.
Okay, but it has a really rich story, or a really rich kind of background, and a really rich all information about it. And that's one thing that I really like about it. And then the second thing I like about it, and this might be something that really draws people out of it, is the fact that there is a lot of talking, and it's the talking that you get with the characters, and I think all of the characters in Mass Effect are very well written, except for James Vega, because he's just a bro. There's only one bro in the whole entire. There's one bro in the entire universe. But
bro, I'm getting a tattoo, bro. Bro, you see me getting this tattoo?
I'm getting it, bro. But I think it's the story and the characters that really bring out Mass Effect, and the talking between it. And like I said, that might turn people off or turn people away from it, is because you'll go do some action and then you come back. And what I find really fun and other people might find boring is every time I go do a mission, I come back and I talk to all of my crewmates just to see what they thought of the mission, how they're feeling now, or what are they looking forward toward the next mission and stuff like that. And people might not like that. People might want to just do action stuff. But the good part is the action and the shooting mechanics. In the first game, they're okay. You really got to get used to them, and I like the first game, but it's actually my least favorite of all of the entire series. And the first game is okay with shooting and action. The second game really changed everything, and it really felt like you were a powerful person doing all this crazy stuff. And then the third game really added on to it. So you have that action. And the cool thing about the third game is that they have settings where you can either set it as, like, I'd like to play this as an RPG, or I'd like to play this as an action game, or I want to play this just for the story. And that's a cool thing that BioWare did to cater to people's play styles. And I guess the third thing is the fact that you're playing as the same character. You're playing as you, or you're playing as whoever you made, through all three games, and all the time that you get invested in all of these characters, because one thing you might have done in the first game will affect something in the third game. And I beat the game, and
not
a lot
the
of
ending.
What?
Because they'll affect a lot of things in the third game, just not the ending, apparently.
Yeah, I beat the game, and I didn't feel like I was gypped or anything from the ending. But I was satisfied, but I also was kind of I kind of wanted more. But that's up to the interpretation of what you think happens, and I think that's something that a lot of people were upset about. It's so open-ended and it's so kind of abrupt that people got mad at it. But other than that, other than the whole ending spiel, I think the storytelling, the characters, the action, and the investment that you get is very worthwhile. After I beat the game, for 3 days straight, I was kind of upset that I beat it, because that's it. That was the story, and all of the characters that I met and all of the characters that I talked to, that was it for them. I don't get to go back and find out what else is new, or I don't get to go back and find out what they're doing, which kind of sounds weird, but it's almost that emotional attachment that I never thought I would have to a computer character, or to a fictional character. And I think that's something that really is amazing that they got me to do. And so those are my points. Those, the story, the characters, and the action that slowly increments and gets better and gets fine-tuned. So, but Brock, what are your thoughts? What did you take away from Mass Effect?
Well, I like interacting with my crew, and I liked all that sort of thing. And the combat wasn't terrible, but just after a while it felt so repetitive to me. I would do a mission, come back, and sometimes there was the occasional interaction that felt like it moved the story along, but other times it was like, hey, look at this screw I found on the ground. That's cool. What does this screw do? Oh, I just found a screw. I don't. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. But Shepard, give me more attention for a little bit. Do you have anything else? No, I just found this screw on the ground. That would be an example of just the bad writing that I encountered occasionally. But,
so almost like the characters wanting your attention rather than the opposite, you wanting to know more about them.
Not all the time, just sometimes. And there were several times where I definitely wasn't as attached as you were to the characters. No. They just didn't get into my heart and fill the void of my heart.
Okay.
Yeah, so Thompson, tell us about Star Wars.
Well, I was touched, really, by Ryan's description of his feelings towards the ending of Mass Effect and the whole character withdrawal thing, which I know you don't read much, Ryan, but it's a common thing. Like many people felt that way when J.K. Rowling stopped writing Harry Potter, because you grew to know and love these characters for 7 books, and then hey, it's over. And occasionally in an interview, she'll throw out some little tidbit about what they do when they grow up, but other than that, you don't learn anything new about these characters. Or
it's like their story has ended, and that's it.
Yeah, and it was the same way with Star Wars for several years before they started doing the expanded universe, and now it's not at all like that. It's a great thing about Star Wars is, man, those stories never end.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm like, man, my favorite character from the movies was a lead character. It was Wedge Antilles. What's he doing now? Oh, he's just this old retired naval admiral who's doing stuff still in the galaxy. Yeah, okay, I can go read a book about him. It's cool.
Yeah.
But an interesting parallel that I wanted to draw. Well, first let me state that I was very excited for my buddy Ryan to, pop his get sucked into an in-depth sci-fi story cherry, but it was unfortunately not Star Wars, so I still don't have anyone to really talk
It's unfortunately
about Star
the
Wars
wrong
one. But, interesting side note, possible spoilers, I don't really know because I haven't played any of the Mass Effect games.
Here, I'll put a, for possible spoilers on the screen, I'm going to put a picture of a sad kitten, and then once we, if you want to fast forward, once you do not see the kitten anymore, then we are safe and spoiler free. So go ahead. Kitten time is now.
From what I understand, it's based around like an ancient race of machines or something that are coming back into power and trying to rid the universe of what have you. Humanity, all other sentient life forms, whatever. Accurate or inaccurate?
That's close. The old machines, like those are called the Reapers, and they come back
and they wipe out civilization.
Let's not do a full description.
Okay, anyway,
because that would take a year.
Let's just say the Reapers are just trying to destroy everything. So there you go, and they come back from a far, far away place. So
also similar theme in Halo. You have the Forerunners, an ancient civilization that are trying to wipe out current civilization with the Halos to protect whatever they believe is right?
Yes.
Okay. Then, in Star Wars, I mean, this is current novel level stuff, so, if you just watch the movies or played a few games, this is gonna not
go over
sound
your head.
right. But,
be like, that's not right.
But for, like, I don't know, a decade or so, they've been alluding to this heretofore unknown race known as the Celestials, that every now and then they'll drop a hint and be like, well, we can't explain this, so obviously it was designed by the Celestials. And finally, they're getting somewhere, and they're, saying, what? They're an ancient race of super powerful beings that, legends tell will come back in the future and wipe out civilization?
Oh, no.
And so, I find it interesting that all of these very popular series sort of retread the same story beats, but different interpretations, different directions, but it's all very similar and epic, and yeah.
That is interesting, and I think that's just like a theme that's overall in a lot of stories, and it's just that slight tweak to it, because it's like, that's basically like the industry of movies and storytelling and everything. It's like a concept just slightly tweaked, but as you can tell, they produce radically different results, and radically different universes. So, but yeah. So
in conclusion, I'm indifferent about Mass Effect, but I love Star Wars.
The end. Where did we get? Did we get anywhere? No, not really. Anyways, enough about that. We just wasted about 15 minutes. Let's go into the final section, which is not going to be the question, but a riddle that Lucky and Chelsea from the Filter podcast, have given to us. And Thompson, do you have the what the basic premise of the riddle is?
Yeah, I have the notes that I wrote.
Okay. I have it right here as well.
Oh, Brock, read it.
I do not, then.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, do you have a transcript, or did Lucky send you a...
No, I was watching the video, and I wrote down a note. It says, alright, this is a video game character. It says, some people say I am not sociable. I don't work well alone. I work better in large groups. If my boss dies, he might end up in a museum. And that is the riddle.
Okay. I actually now thought of two ideas, but one of them I haven't really played all the way. But I might ask you, Brock, because you and Joey have played it.
Okay, what are your two ideas?
Okay. The first one I thought was a Goomba from Super Mario Brothers. Because
that's pretty good.
It's pretty good because he doesn't really talk. He's pretty much useless by himself. And did you say the museum part? Bowser, if he was foiled, he's a dinosaur, and I would think dinosaurs go into a museum. The other one I thought of was, and I don't know, but what about Pikmin? Brock, do you know anything about, is there any relation to a museum, like, say, if Captain Olimar dies or anything like that?
I know that they do send him back to Earth in the second one to get items, but they're for sale. They're not going to go in a museum.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Goomba is my first one. I'm not really sure about Pikmin, so Pikmin is my kind of second one. But don't really count me on that one. But anyways, those are mine. Brock, what about you? Or actually, Thompson, you go next. Because Brock's is the best answer.
I don't know. I spent a lot of time thinking about this. I slept on this. And then I started, I actually came to the Bowser conclusion because I was trying to think outside the box and think, from the point of view of the protagonist. And I was like, well, Mario's boss battle is Bowser, and he's a dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
But that opens up a floodgate of, it could be Turok, it could be from Ninja Gaiden. You know, a lot of dinosaur boss battles.
Yeah.
I really didn't get anywhere. I got as far as the Mario connection and then went off into a wild world of imagination, and then I tried to make a joke that I wasn't going to make, but now I'm going to make it. And if there was a game, an Indiana Jones game, where the boss is the Cross of Coronado, because, you know, it belongs in a museum.
Actually, though, every time I was thinking about this riddle, I always went back to Indiana Jones, because he says it belongs in a museum. And I'm like, no, Indiana Jones has no relation to this. Unless it's the Temple of Doom. So that's a video game.
The character is a Temple of Doom.
The answer to the riddle is Temple of Doom, the character. But
yeah,
anyways,
I don't even need to go.
Go ahead. How did you deduce this?
I actually started with the museum thing, and my first thought was Turok, and then I started thinking about other games that had dinosaurs in them, and I ended up with Dino Crisis, because all the boss battles, or like the main protagonist, or antagonist, is or at least in the first one, is a giant T-Rex. And so my choice is a Velociraptor from Dino Crisis.
And there you go. We don't know if our answers are correct or not, but you decide. Oh, okay. But, yeah, that was good. If you have any more riddles, preferably easier ones, or even harder ones, we don't care. We'll say an answer no matter what.
Also, if you like our answers, go ahead and give us a like or a thumbs up. It really helps us out.
It helps us out think of more answers, or I think every like we get adds to our IQ. So,
yeah.
Yeah, so you should really hit that like button right now. So, but I guess that's it. Wow, this actually was longer than I thought. The intro was really short. The Laserfront was pretty alright. I think the meat and potatoes was or the bulk of it was the Mass Effect.
It was you gushing like a fanboy.
Yeah. I fanboyed.
Like, I didn't even fanboy hard over Star Wars, and that's a surprise to everyone.
But, yeah, so there we go. Maybe soon we'll give you more details on what's going on with this secret project. But other than that, we hope that you had a great time. And as for me, what?
I was gonna say, and don't forget to go back and play Mass Effect and imagine that Shepard and Zaid are gay lovers.
Yeah, I think that's the secret ending. I didn't get it, but I think it's a secret ending. So, but yeah, so that's it, and we will see you next time. So have a good one, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.